Okay, everybody. So a couple of days ago or so, I would say, I think around, it might have been Monday or Tuesday, we had another one of those really heavy winds that came by here. Some of you may remember back in March of 2019, I made a video about that of heavy winds and stuff that it did. So we had a little something happen here again with those heavy winds. But first, I thought I'd just show you how everything looks regardless. And I mean, it's been a while since I made a video in the backyard for you guys. So hey, maybe you'd like to see some stuff again, huh? So here's how we pretty much keep everything for the winter in this area. The cabana has its cover down, obviously. We kind of stack the chairs together like this. Here's the table, like a little coffee table, which has tile, as you can see. So we put this upside down so it's bottom heavy. And as you can see, this is actual tile. Maybe that makes a sound. Like I said, we turn it upside down so it's bottom heavy. The wind doesn't move it anywhere, and it didn't. Chairs over there are all good. We got a little bird feeder right here. Everything looks okay there. That actually withstood the wind very well. It did swing a little bit, this and that, and but it did okay. Yeah, we had gusts of about maybe, I don't know, a bit of a range here, but 40 to 60 mile an hour winds. It was pretty decent wind, I have to say. I think this thing just slid off here onto the rocks, but that's okay there. That's just stuff from my mom's garden when she does it when it's in season. I think this may have slid a little bit, or maybe my dad moved that. Just the lid for the fire pit. The St. Francis statue did okay. This chair did okay. All these things over here are all good. And let's see. So yeah, so this chair did fine. Statue did fine. And now we're gonna come over to the hot tub, and guess what? Nope, it did just fine. Maybe I had you guys going there, didn't I? Nope, the strap work that I did when we got this new cover, when I showed it to you, I think it was 2022, I think we had it, yeah. Basically, I showed everything that I did. I put the straps down, made them just taut so it would hold the cover in place. It did absolutely fantastic. The cover maybe at most slid just a little bit, but as you can see, these straps, especially these diagonal ones, they did the job just fine. The cover, like I said, at most maybe moved a bit, but aside from that, it stayed tightly to the hot tub. No flying off like it did 5 years ago now, and did really, really well. I was happy for the sake of not just the fact that the cover stayed on, but just for the fact that the work I did to make sure it stayed on did the job. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where, like, you're happy to be a handy person. You can just look at that and you say, hey, I did that. So the cover did just fine. And a little side note here, every now and then, okay, the pump is running, that's good. Just every now and then I sprayed that cover protector stuff. It's something with numbers. I don't know. You can look it up, I guess. And a friend suggested that. I got it, and then it's working great. I do it every 2 or 3 times a season, I guess. Maybe not so much when it's freezing outside, but around this time, it's not too bad. Maybe in the springtime, I'll do it. I'll do it then. And actually, this spring, probably around May, if the weather's cooperating, I'm going to do the whole drain the water, purge the hot tub, drain the water, rinse it out, and refill it with new water. So I'm going to do that again. I have a video on that if you want to go check it out. And over here, everything was pretty good. I think this chair may have slid some, but that was okay. And this table did fine. It's pretty dirty, but I mean, this table was actually a little bit more diagonal after the winds happened. But the table never like fell over. It never tipped or anything. Whatever the term is. The chairs did fine. This and that. But there is one thing that did suffer from the wind, and then this is this thing right here. Yep, right by the hot tub, we have this little container here that basically, maybe you can see inside, holds the cushions that we usually have out here for the benches and such when it's warm outside and there's no rain, obviously. So it was funny. I come home from work one day, and then my folks basically told me, like, the lid thing blew open, and at first I'm thinking, oh my God, the hot tub cover came off, and they're like, no, not the hot tub, the other thing. And I was like, oh, thank God. So, I mean, this is unfortunate, yeah, but this is nowhere near as much as a hot tub cover. So, when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's too bad. So, basically, the wind came from this direction, pretty much. And what happened was, you could probably see here, my dad has it tied shut. It basically lifted this thing up really fast, and then it basically, because these hinges here, these have those little pneumatic things, I guess you call them. I don't know what the names of those things are, but basically, the wind lifted the cover up like this, way beyond where these hinges go. And because this thing is plastic, obviously the force of the wind bent the lid so much that it basically broke right here at the hinges. So it broke here, and it broke on the other one here, as you can see. So this is pretty unfortunate, but this definitely shouldn't be a hard thing to replace. I think my folks got it from Amazon, so it should be an easy find. And the hot tub cover is fine. I looked over it, made sure it didn't make any rips. Everything's good there, so I'm happy about that. But and the funny thing is, my dad tied it shut. Some of you may be thinking, why don't you just lock this thing? And it's like, well, we don't really think about locking it because we're not worried about anyone stealing anything that's in here. So I guess we didn't really see a reason to lock it, and then Mother Nature gave us a reason to lock it. So I guess this thing must have. I don't quite know how these corners broke here. Maybe it. No, the hot tub cover is fine. I don't quite know what happened here, but yeah, basically. Maybe just hit maybe it slammed back down. I'm not sure, but yeah, even this broke too. Man, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, this is basically what the high winds did to us this time. Luckily, not the hot tub cover, but something that unfortunately, what do you call it? Gonna have to get replaced. So for now, what my dad did was we have these two umbrella bases right here that we're putting on top. I just took off for this video right now to hold it down while the winds still happen, and we are going to get a tarp for it, obviously, because it's not going to rain until I think sometime tomorrow afternoon. So that way we'll be able to cover this, and that way all the cushions inside stay dry, because you don't want those getting all wet and everything like that. So yeah, it's one of those unfortunate things that happens, but I'm just glad that it was something like this and not that, like it was 5 years ago. Remember that video, man? Yeah. So anyway, all right, there you guys go. Just thought I'd show you basically something that my work held against the wind, which was great, but we had something else that didn't do so hot. So, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. But thankfully, this should be an easy fix. We'll get a new container. Everything should be good, and maybe in the future, we'll make sure to lock it, especially in the winter when all the heavy winds tend to happen. All right, guys, there you go. Thought I'd get you a little update video on that. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.